Gemini, happy full moon in Pisces. As I was setting up to record your video, and this is for Gemini rising for the grid, but this reading can also be watched by Gemini sun as well as Gemini moon. I started to feel like one of those, as the title of the video says, being an adult is cool. And I feel like, you know, the people that come in to perform at your high school that's like, sobriety is awesome. Drinking is a bad idea. Don't do any of the things. And I kind of feel like, you're like, okay, alien Sarah, sit the fuck down. Being an adult is not cool. I don't want to do any of those things. I don't want to grow up. There's some interesting stuff coming out for everybody. Like Aries is going through some inner child stuff. Taurus is having their interesting little awakening. And for you, it feels like it's, or maybe even for you and I think Libra, but I have not recorded the Libra video. There's some adolescent stuff coming out. And I really want to rebrand how cool it is to be an adult and to take responsibility for your life, your thoughts, words, and actions. And it's so okay to have a different belief system, to be different. It's so okay to take care of yourself. It's okay to be emotional. It's okay to take up a lot of space. It's okay to be smart, Gemini. It's okay to be smart. The full moon is happening in your 10th house of legacy, career, and public image. And please go back and watch the introductory video because we're talking about like what actually is reality. We've had, you know, very defined timeline splits. And we're kind of navigating how to be in the 3D world a little bit. But because in the 3D world, there is so much unchecked inner child and inner adolescent activity going on, that vibration is up in the collective consciousness. And so it can feel when you have your awakening and when you really sink into a divine spiritual practice, there's this FOMO. There's this FOMO that we receive, where it's like, oh, we're going to miss out on the party, miss out on the fun. Good. Miss the concert. Don't become indoctrinated. Miss out on the crumbling of the 3D world and create the new world. But so I'd love for you to really look at your decisions right now, thoughts, words, actions, and intentions, and say, is this, you know, please go back and watch my Monday video on, you know, like, is this the older version of me? Is this the current version of me? Or is this the newer version of me? And in my Monday video for this week, which as I record this is the 23rd. So we're really in my private Patreon group unpacking, you know, habit identifying. We're giving bad habits to the moon. I want you to give old legacy habits, old professional habits, like not so much in your everyday life and practical service. That's run by Scorpio over here. Ooh, this is just coming to me because this house is run by Scorpio for you, Gemini. You can't outsmart energy. You cannot outsmart God. You can't outsmart unconscious people either because God works through them as well. So if you think that you're playing your cards close to your chest or you're doing something, yeah, like don't fuck around and don't lie. It will come back to fuck your face up, just saying. But also your reputation. It will come back and fuck your reputation up. So the 3D world is crumbling. Let it. The 3D world is, it's amazing. We're in the last stand of this big play, this big production, and it's amazing to see. But if you know, you know. And you don't have to even discuss it. You know? Like when the Titanic was sinking, how many people do you think were philosophizing on the side of the fucking boat as it was going down, being like, oh, look at how this is going on, and look at how this is going on, and look at how this is going on. They were probably more focused on like, how do I get out of this situation? Or if this is the time I'm gonna die, how am I gonna really feel in this moment? Probably not having like a deep dive dissection of like, oh, look at how it split. Look at how it did this. So stop looking at the walls crumbling. You know? Having a know and the intel and all that stuff, it's wonderful and great, Gemini, but like start to create the new world. yeah, a few weeks ago, the question that I had asked, and I don't know if this was in my private group or if this was in the public group, what did your soul come here to do? What did your soul come here to do? What was the legacy? You know, this is public. So down here, this is the roots of the tree of your life, and this is public life. These are relationships, and this is where we want to do things on our own. So we have a lot of public, personal stuff happening, and the inner planets are all rocking your internals. Outer planet, outer planet, outer planet, outer planetary body, outer planet, inner, 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 inner. So these will move along quickly. These are pretty stagnant up here, or stationary, I want to say. This is retrograde, will be retrograde soon, retrograde, 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 retrograde. So these bodies up here are not moving too far right now. They're sitting in those positions. So Jupiter's trying to bless you in your purpose. Uranus is retrograde right now, so we're seeing things kind of clearly. Neptune retrograde is also seeing things kind of clearly. Saturn is a big component to this full moon. So we're all kind of recognizing, like, this is good for me, this isn't good for me. This is my reputation that I give a fuck about. This, you knew me when I was in a worse place. Believe what you're going to believe, because I can't convince you otherwise. And a lot of what happens when you go through your own awakening is that you fuck up your reputation and you destroy it in a way that is irreparable, but for the people that knew that version of you. You wanted to shatter the mold and you wanted to leave them confused. And that's a beautiful thing to say, maybe, oh, that they're lost, they're woo-woo, they're crazy now, they're whatever, I can't even believe that. Let them talk. It's okay. As long as they know that you are no longer that older version of you. But with that knowledge, with that understanding, why repeat the same pattern? Right now, Gem, focus on safety, focus on what you need, focus on what's best for you, and know that you are the only one responsible for your life. Trauma is going to trauma. And I know I'm the queen of processing, the queen of boundaries, the queen of trauma, all of that. But the second that you say, I'm the only one responsible for me, I'm the only one who's coming, I'm responsible for my thoughts, words, actions, and intentions, and legacy for you right now, Gem, I think it could be advantageous. And yeah. I'm going to deep dive a little bit into all of the planets. I'm going to parlay over into the private Patreon group, so the link for that is below. Please join me over there if you are interested in extended readings. The public ones, I'm trying to keep a little bit under 10 minutes, but in the private group, it can go anywhere from 10, 15 minutes to 20 minutes for each individual rising sign. And it's just one tier, so all of them are in there, so you can watch your sun, moon, and rising, and we do weekly videos as well. So please take a look at that. And please comment below what you're going through and what you're releasing right now, Gemini. Share with the group, because really we're in Virgo season right now, and a lot of the times, a Gemini will listen to another Gemini. A Virgo will listen to another Virgo. In my Virgo season introductory video, I had to quote a Virgo. So know that your people are watching, and maybe share this with a fellow Gemini, and let's really expand the cafe table. Let's get more in the group. But I'll see you in the private. I'll see you in there. We start with tarot also.